Angola. Executive Summary. Angola is a constitutional republic. In August 2017, the ruling Popular Movement for the Liberation of Angola Party won presidential and legislative elections with 61% of the vote. The ruling party's presidential candidate João Lourenço took the oath of office for a 5-year term in September 2017, and the party retained a supermajority in the National Assembly. Domestic and international observers reported polling throughout the country was peaceful and generally credible, although the ruling party enjoyed advantages due to state control of major media and other resources. The Constitutional Court rejected opposition parties' legal petitions alleging irregularities during the provincial-level vote count and a lack of transparent decision-making by the National Electoral Commission. The National Police, controlled by the Ministry of Interior, are responsible for internal security and law enforcement. The Criminal Investigation Services, also under the Ministry of Interior, are responsible for preventing and investigating domestic crimes. The Expatriate and Migration Services and the Border Guard Police within the Ministry of Interior are responsible for law enforcement relating to migration. The State Intelligence and Security Service reports to the Presidency and investigates state security matters. The Angolan Armed Forces are responsible for external security but also have domestic security responsibilities, including border security, expulsion of irregular migrants, and small-scale actions against groups such as the Front for the Liberation of the Enclave of Cabinda separatists in Cabinda. Civilian authorities maintained effective control over the security forces. There were credible reports that members of the security forces committed some abuses. Significant human rights issues included credible reports of unlawful or arbitrary killings, including extrajudicial killings by government security forces, forced disappearance, cases of cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment by government security forces, harsh and life-threatening prison conditions, arbitrary detention, political prisoners or detainees, serious restrictions on free expression and the press, including violence, threats of violence or unjustified arrests against journalists and criminal libel laws, interference with the freedom of peaceful assembly, serious acts of corruption, lack of investigation of and accountability for gender-based violence, and crimes involving violence or threats of violence targeting lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex persons. The government took significant steps to identify, investigate, prosecute, and punish officials who committed abuses as well as those who were involved in corruption. Nevertheless, accountability for human rights abuses was limited due to a lack of checks and balances, lack of institutional capacity, a culture of impunity, and government corruption.